What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So it's been requested quite a few times now to give my overall honest opinion on Trading212, so that's exactly what we're going to do in today's video. I'm going to give 5 honest pros and 5 honest cons of using Trading212 as your broker. And with all that being said, let's dive right on over to Trading212. So Trading212 is my broker of choice at the moment. As it stands, we have about €8,600 invested, and as we have 10 points to get through in today's video, I'm going to go through each of those briefly. So let's start off with the pros, and the first of those being able to buy fractional shares on Trading212. Now, as you can see on the left here, as an example, you can see the likes of 3M, I have half a share, AbbVie, I have 2.2 shares, Alphabet, I have 1/5 of a share, etc. So as a beginner investor, this is a huge benefit in my opinion, and you should really look for a broker that offers fractional shares. The first reason really is because if you have a small capital, for example, if the likes of Tesla is trading at about $600 or so at the moment, the normal average investor wouldn't be able to buy one full share of that stock and still be able to buy others as well. So that's a huge benefit, and especially because one of my main premises of investing is dollar cost averaging. So as you can imagine, that is really helpful as well when I dollar cost average, as I can buy chunks or fractions of shares, which makes it really easy to invest. And as a beginner, I really do feel fractional shares are key. The second pro of using Trading212 is their pie feature. Now, again, I know a lot of different brokers have different examples or situations where you can clump shares together, but I find it really helpful on Trading212 where I break down each sector of my overall portfolio into different pies. Now, the pie feature is very easy, and it's a very good idea as well. You can either auto or manually invest, and the auto invest feature is very handy for investors that don't really want to get too involved with the market. They just want to have, let's say, 5 to 10 shares and auto invest in a certain sum of money or an X amount every so often. Again, you can set that to, let's say, every week, fortnight, monthly, etc. So the auto invest feature is very good for a hands-off approach in investing. But again, overall, even if you want to manually invest into pies, I really do feel it's a very good option because it does really kind of clarify out your overall portfolio, and it really does tidy it up, and you can really see how each sector is performing in comparison to the other. So definitely their pie feature is a very good aspect. The third pro of Trading212 is their overall ease and user interface. Now, they have a web and mobile app. The mobile app is very easy to use as well, but just for the purpose of this video, as we're on the web app, we'll just use this. So in my opinion, it's miles ahead of the likes of the Giro, which is my other broker I currently use. It's really simplistic to use, and it really is a good target audience, in particular the younger generations, and it's a lot more customizable as well. Just for example, I have the light feature at the moment, but I can change that to the dark feature, which I'll do right now. So even by just doing something simple as changing it to different themes, it's quite interesting. Again, I know that won't make a difference to your overall investments, but it is very handy to be able to customize different features within your overall Trading212 app. So that's certainly one of the main great features in my opinion. The fourth pro is that it's very cheap to use. Now again, I'll mention that in one of my cons as well later, so I might be contradicting myself, but I'll come back to that later on. But it is a very good discount broker in my opinion. And again, you do have to have some limitations if you want a discount broker in comparison to, let's say, the bigger brokers out there. But in my opinion, Trading212 is a very good broker for a beginner. So also, besides being able to buy fractional shares, being a cheap overall broker, it is still very good for a beginner in terms of learning. We have everything for the beginner investor all the way up to advanced investing, everything from stocks to bonds, etc. and other various investment tools you can use. So again, just on screen, for example, we can see there's 47 videos alone on stock investing on the left. So it is really helpful for new beginners if you don't know a whole lot about investing, or even if you do, they have a lot of advanced videos as well. So definitely the fourth pro is their ease of use, and it's great for beginners. And the fifth pro, in my opinion, of using Trading212 is being interactive, and it's kind of one of the few brokers out there that is going interactive and kind of more social, which is good to see as well as the ever-changing markets. So for example, you can see on screen here the Trading212 hot list that gets updated on a daily basis. You can see the top holdings by the overall community on Trading212, the top losers, top fallers, etc., the top gainers. So it is great to see that way, and it is really a good hands-on approach to see what other fellow Trading212 investors are doing. We also have a very good Trading212 community. We can just see as an example on the left all different questions, queries, and even suggestions by Trading212 users. So it's not like some of the other brokers out there that are kind of behind closed doors. Trading212 does seem very interactive, which is very positive going forward, especially again for beginner investors if you need to learn new things. And I also find it really promising that Trading212 are looking for a lot of suggestions from investors of all levels for suggestions on improving their overall product. And the third way that it's interactive is by pie sharing features. Now, this still isn't available on the web platform. However, on the mobile app that everyone has access to once you become a member, it is very good in my opinion that you can actually copy people's pies, and you can also, if for example my own pies, if I wanted to put them for public viewing, you can share your links and people can actually see exactly what percentage of your funds you've allocated to different stocks within a pie. So definitely that pie sharing feature is a huge benefit of Trading212, and I do believe down the line that a lot of different brokers might start taking ideas from this as well. Now with every pro, there's usually a con as well, so I do like to believe that I am fair enough in terms of giving pros and cons for pretty much everything. And the first of the cons for using Trading212, and again, before I get into these cons, I just want to stress that I really do like Trading212, and I will continue to be using this broker going forward. But again, the first con is that they have started to charge FX impact fees and also instant deposits. Now again, I do want to stress that the vast majority of brokers already do charge FX fees and instant deposit charges. But just for example here, at the beginning when I started investing with Trading212, there was absolutely no fees at all. So again, although these fees are minute, I hope there isn't a lot more fees coming down the line for other aspects of using this brokerage. For example, we can see on the left here, we got a notification that as of tomorrow, there will now be an FX charge on any foreign currency outside of your own domestic currency. So for example, I used euro. So if I buy any USD, GBP, etc., I will be charged a FX impact fee of 0.15%. And then the new instant deposit fee as well. Now again, it's worth stressing that you get €2,000 or GBP, whichever currency you use, in allowance before you actually have to pay the 0.7% fee. Now there is a way around this as well. If you have some patience, which I really don't, you can start to get, you can put in your bank transfer, which takes about 2 to 3 business days. So again, a way to counteract that fee is to either do a bank transfer or else just always have a cash reserve sitting in your deposit or your brokerage so you don't need to pay an instant deposit fee. So although this is a con, there is a way around the instant deposit fee, and also the FX charge is quite small in comparison to even to other discount brokers. But again, they are fees nonetheless, and it's not nice to see. But again, they have to make money somehow. But hopefully, as I said down the line, they won't start charging additional fees on other aspects of this brokerage. The second con of using Trading212 is actually getting to use it at all. Now, a lot of new members or a lot of new people have been asking me quite a lot why Trading212 are not allowing new users, or there's a huge waiting list at the moment. Now I find this really bizarre as this is going on since January, so I don't understand how they haven't employed new members to actually get people on board as fast as they can before they lose them to the likes of Free Trade, eToro, DeGiro, etc. So their main competitors. So I still find this bizarre and quite worrying, to be honest, that there is such a huge waiting list still for Trading212. I'd also be very interested to see if firstly you eventually got onto Trading212 or if you're still waiting. So if you could comment below on how long you're actually waiting for your account to open, or even if you did get into Trading2 finally, how long did you have to wait before you got approved? The third con doesn't really apply to UK investors, it's pretty much everyone else outside the UK, and that's on protection against your overall assets. Now, if you're living within the UK, you're protected up to £85,000, which is very reasonable for a discount broker. However, if you're like me and you live outside of the UK, which I'm sure a lot of Trading212 users actually do not live in the UK, you are only protected up to €20,000. So again, although we only have about €8,600 in my account at the moment, we're still not even halfway towards the 20,000 mark. But again, as my overall account balance continues to grow over the next few months, and as we start getting close to that €20,000 mark, I will probably start to invest elsewhere as well, such as the DeGiro, which I've mentioned in prior videos, to help overall protect my capital. The fourth con, in my opinion, and again, this really isn't too much of a con. I was finding it difficult to actually find 5 cons, if I'm being honest. But the fourth con I'm actually going to pick today is the product offering. Now, I just want to stress, as a discount broker, they do offer a lot of different products and services. However, One thing that you cannot do is invest in the Irish market. Now, again, probably 99.9% of investors have no interest within the Irish market, but I kind of find it a small bit frustrating, as I will have to start going to DEGIRO if I do want to invest within my own home market. Now, it's not just the Irish market as well. There's a lot of other emerging markets that aren't available on Trading212. Again, I just want to stress this is kind of not even a con as such, because they offer the vast majority of relevant stock exchanges. It's particularly most investors want to invest within either the US or UK markets, so they have all of those available. But again, as I'm kind of nitpicking at the moment, this would be a con in my opinion. And even for ETFs as well, as I can't really invest in my own markets, I can't get the likes of the Vanguard S&P 500 or the FTSE 100 in euro. Now, there is the Amsterdam Stock Exchange, but again, if I do want to invest in my own home currency for these ETFs, I will have to use DEGIRO. And also, you can't invest directly into the ARK Invest ETFs. Now, one of my subscribers, Chris, actually suggested that I could do this on eToro. So it's kind of a small bit annoying, because I do have a lot of interest in the ARK Invest ETFs, but unfortunately you cannot invest directly into these on Trading212. Now, there certainly is a workaround. You can manually make up the ETFs yourself using the Pi feature, but that is extremely time consuming if you do want to keep up to date with what they're buying and selling. And the fifth con of using Trading212 probably is the one that annoys me the most, and that's having an accurate P&L balance. So for example, we can see at the moment we're up €1,207 or 16.79%. Now, the annoying thing is, if I sold some of my investments, that figure will start to go down and down, even though my overall capital is up the same amount of value. So it only gives you an overall P&L for your current positions, which is very annoying, especially when you want to actually look at your tax and see how much you actually need to pay. Now, at the moment in Ireland, it's about €1,250 or €70 before you have to pay any capital gains, and we're actually hitting that mark at the moment nearly, so it is kind of frustrating, and it doesn't really give an overall accurate representation of how you're performing. Even on the flip side, for example, I could have an investment here that's down 100%, but if I sold it, you'd look at my top P&L here and it would look all great again. So it's kind of annoying. Whereas on DEGIRO, you can see, like, let's say your daily, weekly, and even monthly and annually balances in terms of how you're actually performing. So I really do feel that this is a feature that's lacking on Trading212. And if you know any way you can work around this, it'd be much appreciated if you could comment below. So that's it for today's video. I just wanted to give my top 5 pros and 5 cons for using Trading212, as I've been asked quite a lot over the last few weeks to make a video like this. So hopefully it helped, and if it did, it would be much appreciated if you could smash that like button. That would really help the channel out going forward. And if you have any questions, comments, queries or suggestions, please don't hesitate to comment below, and I'll be sure to get back to you as quick as I can. If you have any other pros or cons that you would have suggested in this video, also comment below, and as I would find that really interesting to see what other people's perspectives are on Trading212. Thanks very much, enjoy your Sunday, and I will see y'all in tomorrow's video.